let's talk vodkas for a minute, because there's been a lot of chatter, okay? A lot of people that get into extract making already have favorite alcohols, right? And so, but a lot of people have never tried alcohol before. And so the first time, and you'll see all these comments, there's quite a few people in our group that have never had alcohol before, and they're seeing all of these brands for the very first time, and it's hard to make a determination as to what vodka is best.
Where to start.
Where to begin, right? So we're going to do a kind of a brand review of vodkas. In another show, we'll do bourbons. Another one, we'll do tequilas. We'll do rums. We'll do dark rums, light rums. We'll do cognacs. We'll do brandies. We'll do them all. Yeah. But we wanted to give you some guidance on where to begin. So for those of you that are first-time buyers and you're going into the liquor store for the first time and you're trying to decide what you're looking for, we hope that this little 3-5 minute segment is helpful for you in selecting the right vodka, if vodka's the alcohol that you've chosen. So vodka, why do people choose vodka? One, it's tasteless. That's number one. So a good vodka will allow the bean taste to come through, and it won't be hindered by the spirit. Like we mentioned before, a bourbon will kind of cloud the vanilla taste for a long time before the vanilla can actually come through. So vodka should be tasteless. It shouldn't be bitter. You get that a lot with bad vodkas. It should be smooth. It's not when you get like a bad vodka. And then it should not have a boozy, is the term that everyone uses, like a boozy or a medicinal taste. And so if you're going to wait a whole year for these extracts to be completed, you'd hate to wait a year to open it up only to find out that maybe you picked the wrong alcohol and it didn't turn out great. So by a rule of thumb, you never have to go to like the top shelf, most expensive alcohol. There's really good vodkas that are mid-shelf. However, in almost every instance when we've gone bottom shelf, we wish that we wouldn't have. So our recommendation is to always kind of stay middle shelf. Don't go too cheap, but you don't have to go too expensive either. So we're going to start with our very favorite vodka, and you're going to laugh because it's top shelf, but we're going to give you a little trick, tell you a little insight that we're learning here, or that we have experienced as it relates to this first vodka. Grey Goose. Grey Goose is our favorite first vodka of choice. And the reason is when you open Grey Goose, it has been passed through a charcoal filter like 5 times. There's a sweet smell that comes from it, but there's no medicinal. There's no boozy. No. If anything, there's just a little bit of sweetness that comes out. So a Grey Goose vodka is a great first vodka of choice if you want to highlight the bean and not have the booze distract from the bean. But here's what we've learned about Grey Goose. The Kirkland vodka that you get at Costco, I don't have it here. There's rumors that Kirkland vodka is actually Grey Goose vodka that have not been substantiated. Yeah. I think Costco has not responded to the question, but Grey Goose has said, no, that's not the case. We don't do the vodka for them. There's 2 kinds of Kirkland vodkas, and the reason we don't have them here is because in Utah, Costco is not allowed to sell alcohol. So I do not have any Kirkland vodka now, but we have used it in the past. Typically when we have family or friends coming from another state, they'll bring it to us so we can use it. But the Kirkland French vodka is, in our experience, almost identical to the Grey Goose, and it's a lot more affordable. The Kirkland American vodka is a little more boozy, and so we don't like that one as much, a little more medicinal, and so we don't like that one as much. So our first choice is Grey Goose, or we would go to the Kirkland French vodka. We think that those are really, really good choices for your first extract. After we're done with Grey Goose, our second favorite one that we really like, that's kind of a mid-shelf, is Svetka. Svetka is 5 times distilled, so it's filtered a lot, cleaned a lot, and Svetka, similar to Grey Goose. So if you get to the store, there's no Grey Goose, there's no Kirkland vodka near you, and you're looking for another alternative, we would recommend Svetka. It's clean, it's sweet again, it's very similar to Grey Goose, no boozy, no medicinal smell, so we really like the Svetka Swedish vodka as well. So if you don't see the Grey Goose, don't have the Kirkland, you can go to Svetka. The next one we want to talk about is 3 Olives. 3 Olives is another really good, like mid-shelf, not too expensive vodka. 3 Olives, though, one thing that you've got to watch out for is it comes in lots of different flavors. They do like the artificial cherries and peaches, and then they'll really kind of pull you in because they have a vanilla, just like Smirnoff has a vanilla. We'll get to that in a minute. And we mentioned this in previous shows. If you have an artificial flavor in your vodka, it, in our experience, is not good with the vanilla extract. You don't want to mix the vanilla beans with an artificial flavor.
Because you've got real vanilla beans in there. Just let them do their thing.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to muddle up your extract with something imitation. You've got the real thing.
You got the real thing. And so be careful with artificial flavors that they put into like the 3 Olives, but that's a great vodka as well. Another one that is familiar to everyone is Smirnoff. This is another one that is a good middle shelf vodka. When I smell Smirnoff, as it's a little less expensive, we're getting down in price a little bit more. You do get a little bit more of the boozy, but not much. It's here because we recommended it, and we've had really good extracts turn out with the Smirnoff.
Yeah.
But again, watch out for those artificial flavors. Make sure that you're grabbing from the shelf something that is just pure vodka. So hopefully these brands are helping. So Svetka, Grey Goose, 3 Olives, Tito's. This was introduced to us by Carol Stormer, and this is her extract right here. We had never used Tito's with extract before.
It's almost gone.
Yeah.
We've used it a lot in our extracts. It's good.
Like Carol, this was a wonderful little find. We had never used it before.
It's good.
But we really like it. It's exceptionally sweet.
Yeah.
Which is really unusual. And there's no boozy, no medicinal. So Kettle One, another great brand of vodka. And then last but not least, Jill mentioned this, the one that we made today. If you're giving extracts out as gifts, the Spirit adds just a whole other level of customization that is really fun. Yeah. So there's a local distillery here in Utah called Sugar House. Probably it's in Sugar House, the name of the city. And so we're going to try that. We pulled it out. We compared it against these like tried and true ones, and we felt like it had a really good initial smell, right? Mm-hmm. That there's not a strong smell. There's not really any medicinal. Mm-hmm. These are good vodkas. So in summary, you're trying to get a vodka that does not overpower the bean. That's it. That's our goal with extract making using vodka. That's why vodka is such a great spirit to begin with, because it does not overpower the bean. So hopefully to the new people, we want you to feel comfortable when you go into the store and actually buy these. This hopefully was helpful in having some brands that you can look for as you're staring at those shelves for the first time and faced with those decisions. That's what you're looking for. Something that's been filtered several times, something that is largely tasteless, maybe a little bit of sweetness, and that's all that you're seeing. So hopefully that's helpful.